So heading to our first problem, we are going to go back to lesson 20 where we're doing function operations. And looking at our problem, we're given two functions. So functions are named with a letter F or G or H, something like that. And it's just to keep functions separate so we know the names of each of them. This one is called f of x, and it's x plus 12. And then this one is called g of x, and then the function rule is x plus 6. So the names are just to keep the functions separate because sometimes they're going to represent a certain operation for us to do. But what we're focused on is we're focused on the function rule. So this function says take your x and add 12 to it. This function says take your x and add 6 to it. So those are called your function rules. Now over here is what we're going to be doing with our two functions. This is telling us take your f function. This fraction bar means divide. Take your f function and divide it by the g function with putting a 4 in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a 4 into this function, and then we're going to put a 4 into this function. We're going to figure out what those two functions are equal to. So first, the f function. The f function is going to be taking the 4, because that's what this is telling me to do. Take the 4 and then add 12. So we take 4 plus 12. That's going to equal 16. So the f function equals 16. Then I head over to the g function. The g function says take your x plus 6. So I take that 4 and I'm going to add 6. That's going to give me 10. Now the function operation it wants me to do is take whatever you got for that f function, which is right here, and divide it by the g function. So I'm going to take 16, divide by 10. Now I can't necessarily take 16 divide by 10, but I can simplify this fraction. This would be 8/5 as my fraction. So I'm going to put in 8/5, and let's see if that works here. So we'll go 8 divided by 5. We'll hit submit. And there's going to be our result. Also, if you did 16 divided by 10, you'd get 1.6, so that would work as well. So heading back to our problems, that problem is the exact same one that you have. Now you can try this problem, lesson 20, which is this function operation, that second one. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to work on that second one, and then I will be on GoGuardian to help you out as well. So I'll just kind of be watching on there and kind of giving you hints and tips, but you can go ahead and start working on lesson 20, the second one. So that first problem is the same one that we did. So that'll be the 8/5. So just kind of watching everybody work. This one, I'm just going to start giving you some hints. So this one says take x and put it in. So we're not going to change the function rule. But then if I look, it's telling me I'm going to multiply my two function rules. It says take f times g. So I'm going to take 3x times 4x minus 5. Now, as you look at that, what property are we going to have to use to multiply out this 3x? We're going to have to use that distributive property. So that's what you're going to do to start solving this one. So you can go ahead and continue trying to work on that problem. So in lesson 19, we started looking at special cases with FOIL. And this is going to be the exact same problem that you have. So if you work this problem out with me and you put it in, this will be your half credit extra points on the test coming up on Monday. So we've got 3x plus y squared. So anytime I have an exponent up here, it's telling me how many times I'm multiplying out my base. So I'm going to multiply out my base 2 times. So I got 3x plus y times another 3x plus y. So this base is going to get multiplied out 2 times because of the exponent of 2. From there, then, I'm going to be using FOIL. So I'm going to take 3x times 3x, which is going to equal 9x squared. Then I'm going to take my outsides, 3x times y, which is going to be another 3xy. Then I'm going to take my insides, 3x times y, which is another 3xy. And then my lasts, which are y times y, which is going to be y squared. Now I can combine the outsides and insides because they are the exact same variable xy. So I would get 9x squared plus 6xy. 3 plus 3 is 6 plus y squared. So there would be my full polynomial after multiplying out 3x plus y 2 times. I can type that in. I'll just hit 9x. Remember, your exponent is shift 6, 9x squared plus 6xy plus y, and then squared. So that'll be exactly the same as yours. If I see that one is completed, then I will also mark that off for your extra credit on your test. Well, that brings us to 7:45, and I will stick around to help out with any other Delta math problems, but you are free to break off to work on your own. Today, you can still earn up to another extra credit point if you get lesson 20 done, and the lesson 19 that we did, you can get another extra credit point today and continue working on your review. So you still have to complete the review to get your homework points. The stuff we're doing together is just for extra credit on the test, plus it works towards your homework points. If you want to stick around, I'll stick around till 8:10. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. You too. See ya.